Hey guys, welcome back to Maxcast for Unification. Today I have another 1 vs 1 view, this time on Titan's Fall. On the southern side playing the Harlequins we have ZADGE. And on the northern side playing Thousand Suns Medrengard. With his signature Thousand Suns going for the demon opener. Sometimes he doesn't even go for demons actually, just goes for cultists. And then uses the demon gate to get a relatively quick dark library to get infiltrated cultists and stuff like that. I would hope he is also starting the Lord soonish, or is this a tier 2 rush? I don't know. On the other side we have a trope opener with a very fast, very fast Temple of TheLaughingMax. We have 2 mimes over here, so this is the more of the list minimum, and 2 tropes. So you cannot get more than 2 tropes with this opener. Only 1 builder is okay, because you start with a squad of 3 models, so you build relatively fast, so you will be in time to get this point. Not for this point, but yeah, good enough, I guess. And now he starts the Lord, a bit late on that, I guess, but that's okay. And should split these Thrall Wizards, maybe even to cap stuff. Yeah, they are a little slow in capping, so I would say bring this over here. Yeah, leave the cap for over here would also be nice. And yeah, I would always go for 3 Thrall Wizards actually, because they're very versatile. And here we have the first tropes, trying to get closer to these cultists, and the cultists, yeah, will run away. Depends, yeah, you see the quick dark library, no demons actually. So he uses the demon gate just as an option to get the dark library. I'm not really sure if it's fast or not. Okay, dance with the flying blade research. This is their leap. You can research mimes overall. Nowhere the second mimes. Little flimsy actually. Not sure why they moved over there. Little late on this capture here, but okay. This was sent by Medrengard actually, saying it was a very epic game versus such. So let's see how it goes. And in terms of skill, we have a summoner specialization over here. In terms of skill, Medrengard is not on the tiers of a Dantist, for example, or a Young Win Lee, but still very good. He also specializes in the Thousand Suns. I mainly or / only see him as the Thousand Suns. So this is 1 squad, so 2 squads. 1 got damaged quite a bit, and there we have the dark library. So now we see probably the cultist leaders, which will be infiltrated then. So you would need the mime leaders. There's also a misplay over here with the capping order on ZADGE side over here, busy microing these tropes, I guess. When they get into melee they can be very dangerous. We now see the infiltrated guys over here. They can also, you can also attach the sorcerer, so it is also infiltrated. We see demons summoning. Not sure if it goes for the turret demon. He does. Spiteful tutelary. And yeah, for now it's 62 and 12 and 56 and 8 for the Harlequins. If you didn't know, you do not build generators. You click on their LPs or on their HQ to produce power. It costs 100 requisition and produces power for a few minutes. There was a trope thrown away. Sometimes they make these little spinny moves, and yeah, now there are a lot of infiltrated stuff against these mimes. Mimes it was actually. The tropes over here again, just as a full group moving around, not really liking that should attack a listing post or a generator or something at least. And yeah, get the mime leader to detect the guy over here. Yeah, the master mime is a detector. This will help you with the cultists. We'll need it over here as well. You have this point, need to build it up before it gets decapped, and also upgraded point or 2 would also help quite a lot. How is the economy going? Yeah, you need a bit more power. He just noticed it and clicked a lot of buttons. Over here, tier 2 could have started even before this and would already be nice to have started over here. Now we have the master mime here, detecting these cultists, so they need to run away. It's a question on how Medrengard can... Okay, what is he building actually? Another cultist squad. Not sure about this. It's more how can you stabilize. They have a lot of points in the middle not captured because they are just running around, not capturing their relic as well. A bit of an issue capturing the enemy's relic instead, and the tropes just moving out and about. I'm not sure why he's not using the mimes to capture just one of these points, really. Now he's stopping even the cap over here. And we have an attack from the Sorcerer Lord over here. So very topsy-turvy game. A lot of missed opportunities on all sides because they are moving around frantically. No tier 2, but a lot of power. So you do not need 3 generators as Thousand Suns. They have very good generators in the sense that they produce 12 power instead of the usual 10. So you need only 2. Cultist dying over here. Cultist over here will probably also be forced away. His third demon will not stick here forever. It will however kill this listening post that is planned again. And the tropes will kill all these cultists over here, but the Sorcerer Lord is a mean customer, especially if he starts summoning demons in your face. So not sure. Okay, he stopped actually. Now did he stop because he was chucked around a bit, taking a lot of damage while the summoning is taking place. Cultist getting attacked, but yeah, the Sorcerer Lord taking a hell of a lot of damage. Is he stunned? No. I'm sure what is going up over here. Oh, because there's the Master Great Harlequin. The Great Harlequin is someone you do not want to get in the melee, especially if you already have lost some HP. So the Sorcerer Lord will most likely go down here. He has some more HP regeneration when he goes Summoner, but it was not enough. But this is a big setback. Is tier 2 started or is he rebuilding? Tier 2 started, so no Sorcerer Lord for the near future. Is tier 2 going? Not yet for ZADGE even. He needs to rebuild his points, take his points most importantly. He would need a Mime Squad, another one. Okay, this is then secure with this Bolter Pillar. He has taken this point, he is taking this point. He needs one more Mime actually to yeah, he needs to build this up. Misplay over here and then send some mimes to these critical locations, and yeah, like those guys could capture this point in the middle and have another one capturing this one or your stuff. And yeah, it hurts a bit to see this not being built up. A second builder, yeah, would be also needed. But for now he is more or less free to move because there's not a lot of action coming from Medrengard because he tagged up to tier 2. And in the meantime, without a Sorcerer Lord, there is not a lot that he can do. Capturing even with the Thrall Wizards, they kept slower, so it would be better of course to capture with these cultists over here. Tier 2 is now finished, so the question is what does he do? Going for the demon upgrade on the way, maybe a bit late. Yeah, Chosen is good, and also getting the Twisting Path. Yeah, Twisting Path. Change their stats slightly. There's a stun research. That is tier 2. I mean, yeah, the grenade launcher is tier 2, Flamer is not tier 2, so they can now fight a bit better. Demon upgrade is there, so the question is now what do we see? Do we see Xir tapped, or do we see like Horus? Horus would be nice. Going for the eco upgrade because he has so much power. But the map turns very bright right now. Tier 2 however is started, so there will be now a period where he is tier 2 and his opponent is not. Very bold Heavy Bolter Pillar over here, he needs to cancel. This is 100 requisition and stuff. Yeah, there you go. Building up this point is now. I think Twisting Path is, yeah, this is the stun. The question is, however, do you want to really go into melee against Harlequins? I'm not really sure. Is the Great Harlequin over here? Well, these are the mimes, so he wants to go into melee with the mimes. The mimes can kind of hold their own into melee, but probably not against a dedicated melee squad that is the Chosen. Chosen getting reinforced, they are relatively speedy. And they also have a slow from the get-go. This was the stun, the black one, and then you have a slow as well, so you can go into melee with them. The question is, more arcane war gear. Is he getting? No, just more Thrall Wizards, not the Sorcerer. There's the stun. The other one was no. This is the slow. You can see it. They start with the slow, and the Twisting Path is the stun, so they can close into melee if they really need to. But as I said, these players, if these tropes, if they are getting more into melee. But there are now grenade launchers as well to mix the battlefield a bit. And what is he going for? The blue scribes. Xir tapped is the one brother, and you can get the other brother as well. If you get the second demon upgrade, he also gets an increased attack. But yeah, economy wise it should be however in favor now for the Harlequins, isn't it? No, it's very close. It's both have 85 and a bit more power for Medrengard. Tier 2 should now finish, I guess. Yeah, Death Jesters are now joining in. Death Jesters will be very helpful here, but what I would suggest is to get a Venom for it as well, to be more quick on the map. And as I said, yeah, have some additional mimes to capture, like these critical locations would help a lot. Also, now that we are tier 2, we all look at these select deposits because they are vital in any map that has them. Especially on this map, it is sometimes there's not a lot of actions on the sides, and then you can sneak one of these generators. Especially, I guess, for 1000 Suns, as the builder doesn't need to stay there. But Occult Forge is now here. We have the first, no, this the little demon guy over here. He's now abstract somewhere over here, trying to defend. But does he detect? I guess he does not detect. He's just eating a lot of damage now. We have now infiltrated mimes. Very good upgrade in tier 2, very cheap. And mimes are generally very good. You can, okay, he has taken a Harlequin Kiss, which I do not like, but Fusion Blast is good and the Neural Pistol is also good. But yeah, just taking pot shots over here. This is not a good idea to just stand here. These Chosen should, I think, detect. And yeah, infiltrated unit against infiltrated units. There we have again the move in over here. And there's also the mimes, which they have a Neural Disruptor. They have. And yeah, the Chosen do detect, slow them now or stun them, and will close into melee and kill them. I said it a million times, but I do not like the neglection of all these critical locations. Get one squad doing the stuff would be very, very much needed. Boulder Pillar are very, very good turrets, but they do not have the most HP, I think, is the turn. And now the Death Jest is coming in. The Death Jesters cannot get bright lenses until you have a stage support portal. And there we have the first Rhino, actually. Rhino carrying, I guess, Cultists? Question mark? We see any tier 2 upgrades. There are a lot of tier 2 upgrades for the mimes and also for the Death Jesters. They have a special upgrade increasing their damage by quite a bit. In comes now the Chosen, actually. Chosen immediately getting jumped by these tropes, and the Death Jesters trying to fire as much as they can. And I think this, or even getting the Harlequin Web Brigade so they can escape if needed, the Jesters over here. But in comes Siltap also eating some stuff. There's the dance ability or the special ability from these from the Death Jesters, and quite the mayhem over here. The Rhino just standing here, adding some fire to it, and yeah, Great Harlequin is here. We do not have another hero unit except for the Scribes over here. Dance of War Research is increasing the damage, I think, for most infantry. Or is it only for the Death Jesters? I'm not really sure. Most of them I just need to read again. Jobs losing morale, so are the Chosen over here. And the Death Jesters have quite a good melee disruption ability. They do not have the biggest melee damage, but they do have a melee disruption capabilities with their melee attack. But yeah, they need to run. There are now two, make it two Hellblades out of the sudden, and they will probably deal. Yeah, this is the slow again, and killing the whole squad is it with the slow. So they have a lot of crowd control over here, and there we have it, the Warp Plasma Generator. Now the but it will be spotted more or less immediately, isn't it? It is. Okay, so it will not pay for itself. It needs about 40 seconds, I think, to pay for itself. But yeah, if this one gets killed, just move on the other side, I guess. Build it over there. More mimes. And will they all get fusion blasters, I guess? Yeah, you have to upgrade. I think this was the upgrade to have more special weapons and also dealing the damage increase for the mimes. The question is now, do you need to kill these guys before the Chosen are here? There was an opportunity to move in and attack before the Chosen was here. Now the Chosen are here, but the tropes with the Great Harlequin want to tie them up so that the mimes can come in and use their fusion blasters. They're getting a bit too close for my liking, however. But yeah, you need to get close to kill these. And there you go, down it goes. More Death Jesters actually supporting So I like the fighting stance over here. A lot of damage, of course, to the tropes. They all die. They all died. Okay. The idea was nice. One Hellblade going down, the second Hellblade will escape. The Rhino will be focused next, so they will not escape over here. The Death Jesters need to close the distance a bit, and I would really like me a stage support portal, of course, for a Venom. So you can carry your very slow Death Jesters with it. Would help you a big time. Very low economy, however. Building more and more Mimes and Death Jesters. So this is how he wants to roll right now. Mimes and Death Jesters. Not a bad unit composition. The Mimes going for the AV, Death Jesters for the anti-infantry. What is... Okay, Deceiver now. Deceiver is a good option if you can close in the melee with these Mimes. Not necessarily just melee. What is this? This is one of the more or less random abilities from Xirtapt. One that does damage over time, it looked like. He switches spells, I think, every minute or so, or 30 seconds, something like that. And if you get his brother in tier 3, Ptarix, he will... This is Xirtapt, yeah. Will get more powerful, or has the ability to get more powerful. It's still a bit random. Disruption research is for the Mimes. Stuns any vehicles, that's very nice against this Deceiver. The Deceiver, as I wanted to say, if he goes into melee, he has these flames that also do disrupt the units. You see it over here. A little purple thingy over here. But yeah, it's only chosen now. And this one Deceiver, pretty much. And of course the Blue Scribe, but Blue Scribe right now eating a lot of damage. You again see these flames that do confuse or do reduce the enemy accuracy or something like that. They are not just damaging, they also have some sort of debuff. And in comes now... They want to get in, but they are Death Jesters opening fire. The Mimes waiting for these guys to get closer. There's something being called in, what is it? Some horrors now. Horrors aren't a bad take over here. They can also deal some anti-infantry damage. It's not the best, but it's still better than nothing. So having some more range support is very nice. Deceiver is repaired but goes down now. And the Rhino is still standing here. The Rhino probably has the Chosen within. And the horrors now go away. So a lot of fighting all around. And yeah, okay, now we have the point over here for Medrengard. And he also getting the middle point with his infiltrated cultists. And yeah, now the horrors will die. They will spawn some blue horrors. But yeah, we only have 97, 96 and 16 and 123 and 47. So he has used his economy upgrades very nicely. Some more power needs to be activated on the listening post, but the most importantly, he needs more requisition. Upgrade those listening posts and stuff like that. You also could think about, as I said, a stage support portal over here. There we go. With the Venoms, as I said, multiple times, Death Jesters and Venoms are very potent. Or just a War Walker, not a Wraith Walker is it, not a War Walker. A Wraith Walker can be very nice as well. Has the possibility to get shoulder weapons against infantry and anti-vehicle. The first Rubik Dreadnought over here, moving around with this very chunky movement over here. Has a lot of HP, as is a Dreadnought, and has a twin-linked autocannon on the way. And the twin-linked autocannon, yeah, is pretty good. So he has now this Havoc, I think these are Havoc missiles. And autocannons, I think. Yeah, he's like a Hellfire Dreadnought in the beginning, I think. And then now has these range options. Stage support portal is now finished, but we do not see any units from it yet. And there's a lot of damage coming in, so maybe we will not see any units out of it, depending if the Mimes and the Great Harlequin can do some stuff. The Mimes are specialized in anti-vehicle now. You can see it with the red dots coming out. They will not deal a lot of damage against these demon armored units. The Death Jesters will, however. This point has not been built up again. And yeah, Getting some decaps in the middle. The take and hold victory is not enabled. And I'm really looking forward to what we see from the stage support portal. On the other side, so I'm not sure if I said it, but tier 3 is on the way, is done actually now. Has 2 warp gates actually, not sure about that. Getting some Practicus Coven. Why wouldn't you go Terminators when you're tier 3? It's the question, especially if you have 2 warp gates. You can get the Terminator units in one and can get the upgrades in the second one. Ah, you need the Altar of Siege, I think, for the Terminators, right? I guess so, but I would like to see these Rubik Marine upgrades. 1 Practicus Coven, 2 Practicus Coven cannon, and I'm not sure if these are the right choice against all these anti-vehicles units already on the field to get some light disc saucers, which count also as vehicle as well. Yeah, but who am I to judge over here? Great Harlequin eating some shots. This could now get bright lances. At least I would maybe add like 1 squad with bright lances, so he has some building anti-vehicle, because for now these guys are very good at killing infantry and demonic armor, as you can see here, but they will not deal any real damage against vehicles or buildings. These mimes getting shown where the exit is, I guess. The ones that survived it. And the question is now, what does he go for tier 3 stuff? Is he just waiting? Now it looks like he's waiting for Terminators, I guess. Or, like, you could go Predator already. With the Altar of Siege you can get a Whirlwind. Altar of Siege is now ever spotted. You could also get for the kind of Possessed one. They have a different name here. But pretty much a role of the Possessed over here. So for now he's deciding to go for nothing, really. Or is he missing resources? He's missing a bit of resources, obviously. And he spots the build-up of this again, and he should cancel it. Unless he is confident that he can hold it with the units he has here. The Death Justice could kill the Chosen, and the Mimes could kill the Disc Sorcerers, but they have... Yeah, they also can do the other way around, you know? They can also kill all the units you can see here. Great Harlequin is there. The Warp Plasma Generator has finished, so a lot of power coming in now. I would really like to see me a Wraith Walker or anything, really. I mean, for the Practicus Coven it's nice that their Exemptus Leader is now available, which is locked behind tier 3, as far as I know. So yeah, they can now force the issue. They perform way better than I anticipated, actually. And the Warp Generator over here will go down again relatively early, but his Altar of Siege is killed, so no Terminators for us. Still a bit puzzled by the double... This is also killed, question mark? Oh yeah, okay, there was a big kill by these mimes in the infrastructure. Now we see the first vehicle, which will be a Wraith Walker, as I said. Very good against all targets, depending on the loadout. Is very fast as well, has a jump also, so there's a lot of utility to be had as well. Mimes over here spotting this, and heavy bolted pillar is being placed. So, yeah, will it get out? No! This was so close. It was like 1 second or even less. Now this is turning sour really quickly now for our friend ZADGE over here, because without his Wraith Walker he has a lot of resources and nothing really to get from it. I'm not really sure what to go now. You're tier 2 and have no production really. You need to rebuild it ASAP. But yeah, I think if that Chosen Rubik means actually now, if Medrengard would just A-click to his opponent's base, he would win. But this was clutch. I mean, there was misplays on many sides. Okay, this is the stun actually used over here, but yeah. There's still too many units that you cannot stun. These Chosen, maybe even stunning the Deceiver it looks like, but yeah, there are still these Chosens you cannot stun, and the Disc also now forcing down these Death Jesters. And there we have Siratpt and Ptarix. Another Death Jesters, more and more Death Jesters coming in, more and more Mimes, I guess. ZADGE support portal is being rebuilt, but I do not think this matters now. You see, like on the map, the red forces in this time closing in. We even have these Chosen Rubik Marines. They can get warp flamers, but need warp-less war gear for it. For now they're just using their base loadout and looking really nice, I guess. Firing in tandem. I would really hope he also gets the infantry upgrades, because without them the infantry is not so good in terms of speed and damage. Mostly accuracy in terms of damage. Yeah, but yeah, it's looking not good. You have an aura around your HQ that decreases enemy, I think, speed and accuracy and stuff like that. But still, if you have just too many units, it doesn't really matter. Practical Spoken jumping in now. Chosen Marines from the left side. Regular Chosen here killing some mimes, so this is over. I really like that the blue scribes were also here. And yeah, that seems to call it over here. Big moment, as I said, with this support portal being killed before the boy Race Walker was out. But a lot of misplays all around. But that's how games roll sometimes. No? I don't really want to judge those guys because they probably play better than I would all the time. So there you go. Yeah. Again, thanks for sharing these replays. I'm really looking forward to cast all the shared replays. I have even a replay from Dantist over here. I'm casting now the quote-unquote old patch from Definitive Edition before then upgrading and getting new games in. So I will at least get one more game with quote-unquote old patch now. I'm recording this quite a bit of in advance, so I can get these games through without Relic putting up another patch and making these unavailable. Okay, without further ado, GG to the player, and thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!